Hey friends, have you ever wondered what the people closest to you actually think about the choices that you've made? Particularly recent choices or big life changes? Well, as it turns out, I have a bunch of siblings, and three of my four sisters have decided to join me this evening for our chat. The fourth one is in Germany, and I'm pretty sure it's like 4 a.m. there right now, so she's not going to be able to join us. But I am bringing these gals on to chat about just a few things. It's not going to be super long. I just want to get their insights about some things, and this is the first time I'm doing this. I don't know if I'm going to like having other people on my channel or not, but I think that it's worth a try. It's totally out of my comfort zone, A, because I have no control over what they're going to say, and that is really, really hard for me. And B, just a warning, they sometimes, and myself included, I have been very good about it, but we do have a tendency to get very explicit sometimes with our language, especially when we're all together. So if that is a trigger for anyone, then you might not want to be involved with this particular episode. But otherwise, I am just basically gonna introduce them and ask them each the same four questions, and that's it. It's not going to be, ridiculously crazy, but again, I can't control what they say, and I really don't want to edit this too much. I just want to kind of wing it. I'm really trying to let go of the control factor of everything that I try to control. So this is one way that I think I'm going to do it. So if you have kids in the room, earmuffs while we're talking, and I don't know, let's just get into it and see what happens. Okay, so we're recording.
Okay. Well, hi. I'm Melissa. I am 21, cough, cough, 41. I work,
Liar.
I work in, I'm a sales manager in Las Vegas. I am married for, oh my God, almost 7 years. And I,
Sheesh.
yes, the middle sister, the best sister.
Lies.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi,
I think that I have
Melissa.
to, because both of us are middle sisters. Melissa and I have the raw end of the deal.
Well, Kimberly's a middle sister also.
No, she's
I
not.
I did forget to mention that I am the oldest sibling out of all of us. And I did mention there's one sister in Germany, but I did forget to mention that we also have a brother who is
Also a
not
sister.
a sister. So,
He is
okay,
a
so that's
sister.
Melissa. Kimberly, you're up next, girl. Kim.
I'm Kimberly. Hello. I'm 25. I'm the youngest sister. I'm also
Yes,
the favorite sister. And I'm also the favorite child.
That's the
That,
truth.
That is the truth.
that is the truth.
Um,
Absolutely.
I work at a dental office. I've been doing that for like 4 years, but I am going back to school. And I am married. I've been married for a year now.
To Tommy,
Uh, to Tommy Tillman.
that's why you're the favorite.
Tommy Stillman.
Tommy
Sorry, what?
Tillman.
That is not
He
his
is
name.
yes, he's in the military. He's in the Air Force. He's currently deployed right now, but he's coming back soon. And we don't have any kids, but we do have two cats, which hopefully Tony will insert a picture so you can see how cute my cats are. I will send you
No,
one, Tony, okay? You're
not doing
gonna,
that.
you're doing that.
Not doing that.
Melissa, you should put a
Moving
bra
on.
on.
You're
Nicole.
doing that.
Just saying. You're hanging low today.
Nicole, you're up, girl.
Okay. I am the middle sister, and I'm the black
You guys
sheep
are
of the
using that as
family.
an excuse now.
No, it's not an excuse for what. I am 25 years old.
Liar.
I'm 44. I do corporate housing, and I've been doing it. This is really sad for 20 years.
Just say a couple of decades. You don't need to be too
That,
specific. Just say some decades.
yeah.
It's fine.
I'm not married, and I am the one that always has some relationship issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now everybody knows you guys. Hey guys. So I just basically, I don't know if I'm yelling. I don't have my microphone on, so I feel like I'm yelling.
You're yelling. You mean you don't have the big hairy mole on your chest?
I don't. I'm just using the computer audio just because it's Zoom. I did get a message though that said, hurry up, girl, because you only have 7 minutes left before your meeting is over. I didn't realize we've already been on Zoom
So
this
can't we
long.
get off and then I can send one from my Zoom and we can do the same, but then you have to record. You can do another one, just use a different email. I know you got more than one.
You have to do it from a different email? I don't know.
know.
Anyway,
I've never tried it twice in a row.
it says I can upgrade to Pro, but it's not letting me upgrade to anything. And I don't know what that means. But
Is your credit card
so we have
declining?
like 6 minutes before it shuts us off. So
And then we can come back on and do more.
You're talking too much. Let her ask the question.
okay. So the first question, all 4 questions are for all of you. So the first question is what is one what? A time limit? Yes, I'm gonna buzz you because the countdown is on. We can do this in 6 minutes.
Start asking.
Okay. The first question is, what is one dream that you would go after if money was not an object? Okay, now I'm going to start the timer.
What order are we doing?
It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to start, just jump right in.
I would go back to college and get my law degree, and I would totally work on the Innocence Project. I'm like obsessed with it.
Girl, that is so not anything that I would ever think you would say.
Why?
It's impressive. I don't know,
Really?
because fashion.
Yeah, but money can buy me that, but it can't buy me knowing how to put all that together. I would rather get people that are in prison. Girl, have you heard me argue?
That's debate.
You know,
That's
in
different.
college, my debate teacher told me that I should be a lawyer. So
okay, all right. Well, that's surprising and impressive, ladies.
Okay.
Kim?
I know you two have dreams. Come on.
If I would go back to college, get my doctorate, and then I would travel the world helping the less fortunate.
Wait, is this a Miss USA pageant? What the hell is happening here? Good grief.
If I was doing something for myself, I would obviously I would quit my job. I have all the money in the damn world.
And
I would get like a cute little van, and I would travel the world and do whatever I wanted to do.
Really?
Can't be buried with all that money. How are you going to spend it all?
You don't know.
I'll take half.
No,
you just gotta be rich in life, not
I agree.
Yeah,
that's
rich in
from
life.
the 25-year-old. Melissa.
All right. I would probably go back to school as well and finish forensic investigation.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh,
just because by me biology, and I would try to work on cold cases so that families would actually have some answers to what happened to their loved ones.
Wow, this is a Miss USA project.
I love it. Melissa, I think there's actually like a group of people that do it for free on the side and work on cold cases like that. I gotta find that for you. I saw it on a documentary one time.
I feel like I saw that on a TV show.
Yeah, a docuseries.
I feel like I saw it like on an actual TV show. But you guys all put me to shame. Because you're like, I already did. I chased my dream. I quit my job and I bought an RV and I'm trying to travel. That was my dream. I mean, actually, my big dream was to quit my job, move to Mexico, live on a beach in a hut and work in a bar for the rest of my life. But I chose this instead. And I don't think I know, right? But I thought about that for years. That's always what I wanted to do when I went to college. What?
Yeah. Well, you're doing part of it.
I know.
Your dream.
I know. That's what I mean. Is that
Tony's internet? Is she the only one breaking up right now?
Yeah, she's freezing.
Yeah, you're freezing. And don't make any weird faces.
Well, we only have 2.5 minutes left anyway.
We're not gonna question.
No, we're gonna have to redo it.
Yeah,
I mean,
start over.
Start again. How do can I do another meeting? Okay.
Yeah, just email us another meeting link.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. So everybody get off.
Okay.
I don't.
Sure thing.
I'm recording again.
Okay.
We're live from Saturday night on a Friday.
Woo!
Okay.
So we already it's some wine or something. I don't know.
Wine, except for Kimberly without the wine, but she had the beefaroni, so that's whatever that means. So we just talked about our hopes and dreams, and all your dreams are going to college. And
I mean, I have a degree, but I just want a better one.
Because then we wouldn't have any debt because we'd be millionaires and we'd already paid for all of it with the money that we have.
That's funny because I have 2 degrees and I'm not a millionaire.
Yeah, me neither. And I mean, shit, if we let the Democrats run it long enough, I mean, we won't have to pay any student loans back.
Girl, we're not getting political in this one. You can say whatever you want except about politics, especially considering it's November 1st when we're having this chat, 2024. This next week, I don't even know. Anyway, question number 2 in my little questionnaire thing. What is your biggest fear that holds you back from doing the big things in life?
Let me answer first because bugs.
Bugs hold you back.
That is so true. This girl called me last night about that bug that we were texting about, called me 5 times. It was like, you know how Hale calls me when she walks to class or to the gas station or, to the bathroom? Kimberly did that last night with this bug. Literally freaking out.
Oh, I can send you some. I'm gonna send you some videos with some.
Did you even send this bug though? Tell us about this. I mean, this bug was big.
Was it a palmetto bug? What was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not a palmetto bug.
A lighter, girl. Hairspray.
That's a palmetto bug. It's the same thing as a wood roach. Yeah.
Yeah, like the big ones that fly.
Oh,
hairspray and a lighter.
It was in my closet. Oh, I didn't know.
I don't care.
I shut the closet and I put like 10 blankets over it.
You know that's if you have like a pile of clothes and you leave that there and you just leave it forever, or not forever, but for a while, that's where they'll burrow in when they come up from your drains.
They don't come up from the drains where she is. They come out of the trees.
They come out.
They come in the drains too. That's how they get in the house.
They're coming in her house through the attic.
My biggest fear. Oh crap! I forgot it.
How did you forget your biggest fear?
I hate change. I'm terrified of change and failing if I do go for that change. That's why I've only had 2 jobs my entire adult life, pretty much.
Well, that's fair. And I can totally see that about you too. And I kind of think that maybe we all are a little bit afraid of that, except maybe Kimberly. And maybe that's a generation thing.
I go to interviews just for fun, so.
I think you do.
I definitely think that's a generation thing.
I do too. Because the 3 of us are all in our 40s and she's half our age. Yeah. Half our age.
Yeah.
And she moves around like it's her job, literally.
I don't mind that part, but it's just the not knowing if I'm going to succeed at the next career or job, that even if it's in the same industry, and then I'm afraid of hurting my current people where I work and burning bridges.
That sounds like attachment issues.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't burn bridges for sure if you do it in the right way.
You got what? Well,
you can't burn
my
bridges.
Is very vindictive, and we'll talk about that when we're not being recorded.
Don't you worry.
Okay, Melissa.
I'm so good at disrespecting people that think they're better than others.
Well, Melissa. They are your age, so it's
Tony knows all about that.
I do. All right,
Melissa.
Mine is the fear of starting over new.
That's good. That's a good one.
Hand in hand with Nicole's, but I am not comfortable with meeting new people and not knowing if we're going to mesh well together as a team or in life or moving to a new area. It's frightening because being older, it's harder to make friends at our age, I feel like.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I've lived here for 10 years. I have one friend. Sad.
Yeah, my friends here are literally my sister-in-law and her little posse.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so hard though to make friends?
Because girls are
willing
crazy.
But yeah, well, that, and it's hard, I feel like, to meet people organically in your communities. And where are we going to meet them? It's either going to be at work, and that's pretty much it. Because I'm not going to go up to somebody at the mall and just be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
You're not.
No. I met the only way I met Danny was she brought her daughter to Eli's birthday last year. But that girl's a hot mess.
That's the difference though with your situation, because I made a lot of friends via Hale also, from daycare and gymnastics and school and all this other stuff. But when you don't have, so that for you is you're kind of like in. But
no, I don't like those moms. I don't like any of the moms.
That's still, but the point is that isn't in for you. It's easier for you to go up to somebody in the mall with a kid and talk to them because your kid smacked the other one, whatever the case may be. But for like me and, I mean, Kimberly's in a whole different generation than that. But for Melissa and I, it's a little harder because she doesn't have kids and my kid is gone. So we don't have that, like that. What do you call it? When you not break the seal? What do you call it? When you like when you
break the ice? Break the ice?
Break the ice. Like break the ice. It's hard to break the
I don't know. I'm better at that. If I didn't have kids, I could go out and hang out and do things and go do different clubs, not like bar clubs, but like, like a book club or something. I can't do that.
But Las Vegas too is very different than other areas because it's very transient city. Like people are not here to stay. They're here.
Wait, Melissa, did you introduce when you told people who you were, did you say you lived in Vegas?
I did.
Okay, because that's a big aspect of your world. Vegas, is huge. Everybody knows, Tallahassee and North Carolina. They don't know where I am right now. They know Virginia Beach, but Vegas is like, it's Vegas.
Everybody wants to go to Vegas.
Everybody does, but nobody stays.
Yeah, that's true. Tallahassee is the worst. When I moved to Tampa, though, like I had so many friends when I left there, and I think I expected the same thing. But this is the worst town I've ever been in my entire life.
You don't think it's because you're older, though, too?
Yeah, I'm older, and I don't like the people here. Like the moms and stuff like that, they're all snotty, and
you're gonna have to crop out.
Oh, I don't care. I don't talk to a single one of them except one down the street, and that's it. And we don't hang out. We just talk when Eli wants to walk down there.
I don't want to edit this out because I want people like my subscribers. I love my subscribers. They are so nice. I've shared texts, like comments that they have made. They're all in the same situation. They're trying to figure out who they are, where they fit in, how to meet people, how to move on with their life. Like they are all in this exact same situation that I am in. And obviously with the friend thing, because Melissa, I think that that's a huge thing. I think that it does kind of go along with Nicole's fear aspect. Yeah. It's a fear of not necessarily change, like in your eyes, Nick, but a fear of putting yourself out there.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have sites like dating sites, but for friends, but they are nothing like regular dating sites. They suck.
No,
they suck.
I was on one. I think it was called Meetup, maybe.
Yeah,
like years ago.
Yeah.
That's
to get in like running groups and stuff like that. But they have like whatever. What are some dating sites? I can't even think of any.
Bumble.
Dating sites are different.
Yeah, but I think Bumble has one for finding best friends where only girls can get on there and stuff.
Well, there's also one called Girlfriends, which never really.
Listen, I was on there.
Never took off.
Nobody ever gets back to you or anything.
Yeah, it never took off. But the
it could be
meetup
my
site,
personality.
maybe you're a little bit pushy.
I mean, I know.
Can we get to Kimberly now? I know we've hoarded this whole. Now that
She
I've
heard
upgraded.
bugs.
I was the first one to go.
I forgot. I'm sorry. But that's not what I meant. I meant, can we get to you? I want to talk to you about like this whole people thing, you know, like Melissa said, and I said, and Nicole said, going out and meeting people. For us, it's very difficult. We're not going to walk up to somebody in the mall. Your personality, however, is a little bit more
walk
outgoing.
up to someone at the mall.
Yeah,
but how do you, like, are your friends that you have now, are they like previous friends from high school? Like, do you have any new friends that you've met recently?
Yeah, like I feel like I meet people all the time. I mean, like I feel like being younger, I guess.
hate you.
Yeah.
Like the friends that I go out with, like we'll like meet new people at the bar, at the club, or like anywhere really, and we just kind of like bounce off of like, hey, like, oh my God, you're cool. Like, let's hang out. Like, let's exchange numbers. Let's exchange Snapchats. Like, I feel like it's so easy to meet people when you already like have a group of friends, or like even if you have one friend and you're going out and like you meet a like nice group of gals and you're just like, oh yeah, you're really cool. Like, you want to hang out?
I feel like every drunk person does that, and then you never ever ever text each other.
I feel like
I
I've met some really great people at bars and clubs that I still talk to. Or like there's so many Facebook groups like for your area where there's like girls trying to meet friends all the time, and it's honestly like a lot of them host, like there was one that was hosting like a little cute little Halloween like pumpkin decorating like
and you were
party.
probably gonna get murdered. They were gonna cut your eyeballs out.
They're not gonna cut your eyeballs out.
Well, I mean, they were cutting the pumpkins.
I feel like she does kind of have a point, because that is, you know, that's one thing that I've been asked often about being single and in a new place, and how do I meet people? And I've been stationary for almost a very long time right now, and I have met a couple of people, but it's been like at the yoga studio. So it's been like doing things where I have something in common with them.
Well, I did meet a group of girls here that were amazing, and I freaking loved them, but then they stopped hanging out with me because I wasn't married and they were all married. It just sucks.
That sounds like a TV show. That's ridiculous.
I know. What?
I feel like I can meet people, I can make friends with anyone. Like I got my teeth cleaned, and like I'm literally like the hygienist gave me her phone number, and she's like, we should totally hang out sometime. There's a friend.
Yeah, I don't get that kind of stuff.
I mean, I like to think the best of people, but I don't, how do you have a conversation, first of all, with your hygienist while you're getting your teeth cleaned long enough to be able to get a phone number?
I don't know.
Maybe she thought you had really great teeth.
I don't know.
I mean, because your mouth is full, right?
She liked your uvula. How do you say that? How do you say it?
Uvula?
Right.
You're the hygienist. You know this mouth stuff.
I couldn't say this either. What anti-paralytic? Like what? Like the paralyzing drug? Is it anti-paralytic? I couldn't get that either.
Anyway. I'm afraid that's way off topic.
I know. I'm sorry. This is how I've been all week, and I swear I'm gonna have a stroke because my brain's not working.
Okay.
You should get that checked out.
Let's.
I've been working like 3 jobs.
We could talk about this whole fear factor thing for a while. So it comes down to the bugs for Kimberly. Okay. And change, making friends, kind of similar. And I think that really does have to do with our age group. I mean, I think the bug thing, I don't like bugs. I don't like spiders. I have a clicker in my house to keep them away. I filled all my holes with all kinds of shit. A clicker.
That person that like smacks the like on
should be. No, it's like this. It's like this noise thing that sits on the floor that makes a noise to keep away the critters.
If you put like mint tea bags or just mint essential oils, spiders hate that scent. Like
is that good around pets?
No.
Mint? Yeah. What? Who? What?
You can't
you
have
know that right off the
essential
bat?
oils. No, you
Okay,
cannot
I'm
have the
sorry,
peppermint
but
essential oils.
the bedroom is not warmer when you put the headboard in. So all essential oils are not bad for animals. Only
Peppermint
certain
is
ones.
not good for your animals.
I didn't say peppermint. I just said mint. Mint? Like spearmint, maybe?
Mint. Is mint not part of that word?
Well, you know, they have tea bags that you can also put
Let me just tell you this, Nicole, before you go putting those essential oils on around your house, please look it up first, because there are
I
a
don't
lot.
put any essential oils around my house. It smells in here right now, and it's not a good smell.
Okay, good. Because I felt like when
I do.
Jazzy
I have
Girl,
3 of them right in front of me.
when Jazzy Girl got sick, I was using a tea tree oil, like a peppermint smell in my diffuser, and I started reading onions, garlic, grapes, peppermint. And I freaked out, and I swore that I was the reason that she got sick. So just make sure before you put any oils in there that they're
I
safe
don't
for
burn
pets.
any essential oils, so
Okay.
because yep.
Because peppermint is one of them, I think.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so just to finish, let's just finish up this, because this whole video is going to be like 500 years long, and it's only 4 questions. But so the next 2 questions are basically about me and my life right now. So the first one is, what are your thoughts about the choice that I made to go full-time RV living?
I think that it was super badass, but I also think that, are you really RVing right now because you've been in the same place for a while?
So that could be, I mean, that's definitely something that I have been talking to a lot of people about, stationary versus mobile. I was mobile and now I'm stationary, but I haven't been both long enough to say I'm one or the other. But the fact remains is that I quit my job. I left my daughter at college. I moved into an RV, and that was that. It was like not a 5-year long planning. It was
No,
a
it's fly by
3
the seat of
months
your pants.
doing it.
But that's a good thing. Like, I could never do that. I don't know what I would do.
So
But
that's
I think
that's
it's
what I'm
great.
asking.
No, I think it's freaking amazing. I would love to be able to do that. My brain would never let me.
And what about you 2 gals?
Melissa, do you want me to go first?
I love the idea for you. Would I love to do the same thing? Absolutely. I don't know that confined of a space is for me.
Not with all them clothes and shoes you got, girl. Woo.
But and I'm a hoarder, just like our mom. So it would be harder for me, but for you, I do agree with Nicole. I do want to see you doing more of what you were envisioning from the beginning and going to different places and really seeing what you want to see in your life, because you have been in one state for a very long time.
I think you have an attachment issue, Tony.
But I know that
it's not attachment, it's financial.
I know
that's not what I meant. But go ahead, Melissa. Sorry.
I don't think that Tony has per se issues. I think that she's ready to go out and do all the things that she wanted to do. But yes, is some of it absolutely financial? It probably is for a lot of people that want.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I was talking about the whole Erica. Like, I feel like you're not ready to be alone. Like you're around them, and that's comforting for you.
I don't necessarily. I think that she's ready. It's been easy for a while, and the whole plan when all of them made the decision was to go from place to place. But unfortunately, for some, it hasn't panned out to be that way. But for Tony, it's been easier for her to stay in North Carolina right now so she can get
right. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And it's the not knowing. You don't know if North Carolina living is going to be going to, who knows?
Yeah.
Going to Illinois, is it going to be the same price?
Yeah.
not going to be. It's a lot of planning, and it's a lot of having
but that's what you're going to show your YouTubers is the difference in everything.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a huge thing. And so one of the things that I've heard recently is some of my folks have talked about the fact that being on the East Coast versus being on the West Coast, like being stationary in certain areas in California, for example, are not the most cost effective. We all know that California living is expensive no matter what. And that doesn't even matter if you're in an RV or if you live in a house. It's expensive in general. But that's also
off season, and you have to figure out when you're going, is it going to be peak? Is it going to not be? And not everybody's know when the best is. Do you want to go in the middle of now, like November, December, to California when nothing's happening and it's colder? No, not exactly.
I know, but that's what she's going to be there for, to tell all those people that are going to be watching her YouTube at some point when you're monetized.
Well, that's also what like experience tells you too. You know, a lot of these folks that have been out there for a longer period of time that have seen more of these places. But, you know, the difference also too is that a lot of these people that have been out there already have some sort of either pension or retirement or steady sort of income or job or are working towards one. And the ones who are in my situation who haven't quite figured that out yet, instead of worrying about peak season versus not peak season, we just focus on how you can live the cheapest. That's really all there is to it.
I think another good idea for you would be, and is you go to like, and every place that you go to the flea market and rent a booth for the weekend and sell your amazing artistic abilities.
Yeah, but what do I have to store all that stuff? That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother point. Kimberly, I have not gotten to you to answer. How do you feel about me doing this? Because you were, you know, you were married, I think, right? Were you married? So it was
a year ago,
2 years ago when I made the decision, a year and a half ago when I got on the road. So you
Then,
were married.
Yeah.
So you were old enough to kind of
for a while,
be starting your own life and figuring things out. So what was your first thought when you realized that this is what was happening?
I want to be honest because I'm not a liar. When I first heard that you guys were doing it, I was like, oh, like, I don't know, like, what your thought process was. I don't know, like, if you guys talked about it for a while or it was like, oh, we should do this. And then you guys, like, you know, did it.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy. I'm not, like, I feel like I am not very, I'm spontaneous in some ways, but not in ways like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like, you know, good for them. Like, you know, like,
I agree with
that's
that.
crazy. Like, to be honest, I didn't think it was gonna last.
So I think
which, you know, it sucks to say, but it was just like, you know, such a big change from the way that you guys were living before. And I feel like, you know, like we all talked about change and how like that's really scary. But you guys honestly, like, you know, you're doing a great job. I know there's been like a lot of setbacks. You guys, you know, you're in one place right now, and I know that's not where you want to be, but financially, it is really hard when, you know, you're trying to find a good source of income to travel, especially because you can't really have a traditional job. I mean, you can't like just work at one place. You have to, you know, find either something remote or like I know you've talked about, you know, the traveling bartending on your channel and a couple of different other things, but it's hard to find a source of income to do this sort of stuff.
Or your blog. It's hard to get there's so many of those in a podcast, so it's like you just have to stand out. But if I was married, I definitely couldn't do it because I couldn't be in that close space with the same person for that period of time.
But
so that's where I'm lucky.
It's so hard to stand out. There's 1,000 other people doing the exact same thing you're doing with the same exact
I'm going to Yes, I am. I am totally going to interrupt you, but I totally agree. But the one thing that I truly believe is that even though we are all like you two talking about your fear of change and you talking about bugs because I hate bugs too. But the way that you talk about those bugs and the way that I talk about those bugs, you're going to just stand there and stare at them. I'm going to grab a bowl and I'm going to cover that mother and I'm going to put a brick on top of it and I'm going to make sure he doesn't move. We approach things differently. And that is what makes each and every single one of us unique. And I truly believe that even though there are 100,000 RVers out there and 10,000 RV channels, and we may talk about the same thing. We may have the same exact video title, but my voice and my experience and my point of view is completely unique.
And I think nobody has Gethsemane Tillman's on here.
Well, that's
alone
probably true too. And just wait until I bring Dad up on here.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Dad doesn't know what I said. Dad doesn't know how to work Zoom.
I'm going to do it in person with a camera. And all he's got to have is that little microphone. That's it.
Please don't put that hairy mole on him.
But the thing also that differentiate you from others is that your channel is more organic and it feels real, where some other people, I feel like, no offense to like some of the podcasts that are out there and some of the channels and some of the TikTokers, but they don't feel as organic as you seem to be. And that's not just because you're my sister. It's because you can delve into different topics that can relate to everything that there is to encompass around RVing, and you don't stick to one source.
So I agree. And I think having your beginning YouTube videos, like you can see the progression of how comfortable you are in front of the camera. And I think that's a good thing. I think people get to see how you were in the beginning and how you've progressed.
Yeah, I will say
Melissa said organic
videos. Yeah, your first videos were like very awkward.
Everybody
they were like this.
The
camera was right here.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hello, I'm Tony Tillman.
I did have to unlist a couple of them, and I sacrificed the watch hours for it. But that's only because in the beginning I wasn't sure what my channel theme was supposed to be about. And now that
YouTube, because they could see up your nose.
Yeah. Now that I know what my theme is about, I had to get rid of some of those. So I did lose a bunch of watch time hours, but
really, I looked at your watch time hours the other day and it was honestly I think you have 30K when I looked views.
No,
and
that's
this was
just
the other
my
day.
views.
I know, but that's still really good. At least you're getting a lot of traction.
I told Kelly she had to play it in her background today when I talked to her.
I don't know. So the problem is that YouTube, when they update the watch time hours, they're behind time. So I think it's October 29th they're on right now. So I need to, it takes every Monday, for the record, I do an update Monday vlog right now talking about my channel.
Girl,
but
we know what your YouTube schedule is.
Kimberly she does, but this is the one, this is the podcast. This is the one playlist that I'm doing. Yes, it's video. So yes, people are going to see us too, if they really want to, but they're also going to be able to hear us.
I think it's more of a
not a vlog so much. This is more of it's just sometimes I sit here at night at the end of the night and I get this whatever thought from the day, and I just want to talk about it. And Giz just really is not that best when it comes to having conversations.
Listen, your little short videos are funny, and I didn't know you were that funny.
That's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm doing them, because I figured I'll just, spend 10 minutes and just get it off my chest. And I don't know how many people actually like it or appreciate it, but I know one gal said she really enjoys having the wine and the happy hour and just listening to me. Thank you, Jen, from Minnesota.
You know what? That's a good angle too. For people that don't have friends, you're going to be their friend. Look at that angle. You're going to, and then you could really host a Zoom with all your followers that want to have your wine happy hour.
That is what I would I'd really love to have an actual physical meetup, twice a year. I'd love to have this big group. I would love to have this Woodstock RV camp thing where we all just come together and hang out. And
you better get a lot of water and don't run out like the last one did.
That's what I want to do. Anyway, so let's get back to this, because we could keep going, and we're going to have to do obviously more of this because the four of us have so much to say.
Woodstock. There'll be a lot of pot smoking. I said, okay, you said Woodstock, so never mind.
Woodstock.
I was literally thinking that too.
Lord. How do we? Okay. So my last question, I'm kind of feeling like we've already answered this, and maybe I should come up with a different question. But originally, my last question was, how do you feel that I am actually doing living this RV lifestyle? But I kind of feel like Melissa answered that a lot, actually, how I'm
I don't
doing.
think I've known another person in my life that has busted their ass to make a living doing so many different things and not breaking down and having like I would have a nervous breakdown.
Oh,
I would literally.
you're doing the same thing though. You get crazy with your thing, all the things.
What things? I've been doing the same thing for 20 years. How's that crazy?
I don't know. So
maybe
maybe
you just keep going. You don't. You're a very
like the Energizer Bunny
person. You're a very positive person. And
why is my
that's hard to. That's hard. I don't even know the word to.
So then, do you think that do you have any words of advice for me in my stage? All three of you know exactly what I'm doing and where I am. I'm not talking physically or, the company that's around me, the campground that I'm in. I mean, like words. You guys are all younger than me too. So all of my subscribers and the people that are watching, except for Kimberly, because she's going to watch this video back and she's going to have comments about it, I'm sure. But
I'm 25.
Like,
you're just jealous. That's okay.
advice, like if you could give there are thousands of people just like me who are struggling to find what they want to do. You guys just talked about the fear of change and the fear of making friends. Like if you had to give yourself some advice, what would you say to yourself to encourage yourself
Kimberly.
to step out?
I'll go next. I want to go next.
Of course, Kimberly wants to go first.
Talking about myself and talking about Tony's journey, that I feel like all of the hard work that we're doing and all of us are doing is going to pay off. And I think that we just have to keep working and keep pushing and just trying to figure out, what's going to work best for us and what's going to make us happy, and it's all just going to be worth it and pay off in the end. And we just have to keep going. We can't just like sit there and be like, oh well, this isn't working, and just like stop and then go to the next thing. You just have to keep pushing and trying and doing your best, and you'll get there.
I agree with that.
And I'm gonna eat my Laffy Taffy.
I mean, you're always eating on these things, Kimberly.
That's that
girl.
For me, I'm gonna tell you that you have tried so many different things and you're very good at every one of them. And I think that there is a way that you can combine most of them to be more profitable. But I think for you, it's harder to do that. Like you need to succeed and make money at one thing before you can incorporate something else. That's why you've been going around. But I think for all the things that you do, like your art and your crafts and stuff, like there is a way to, like I said before, like every town you go to, rent a booth for the weekend. Like there are other ways for you to make money while you're on the road. But I think for you, it's very hard for you to focus on multiple things at once. But for me, I got to group it all together and do it at the same time in one little thing. I have to organize it. That's the only thing organized. What?
I'm going to go a different route and have to stop listening to the voice in the back of your head that says, I can't move forward. And instead of moving forward, you're moving backwards, but you've got to stop thinking about the people around you and start focusing on yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody matters but you. Nobody knows what is coming for your future but you. And is it nice to have family around? Absolutely. Would I love to live in the same place with all of you?
Hell no.
Yes, I
get it.
No, F that.
You can stop giving your life more time and start giving your time more life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No.
Did you just make that up, or did you just
no,
Google that?
I saw it. What am I getting? I'm not Googling right now.
I don't know.
No.
Famous quotes.
Did Eli?
I like that quote. No, but Eli can school me in some math, girl. Whew, it's
I will say I agree with Melissa. I think, like, you are the only person that can better yourself. And, like, I feel like the people that are around you, they might care about you, but they're not, they're going to do whatever they can to better themselves, and they're going to do whatever they want to do and what makes them happy. And I feel like right now it's like, you are in this weird place because of the financial situation, but also I feel like you really just need to start doing what makes you happy and not giving a F about what other people think or how they're going to feel.
Well,
Because at the end of the day, it's your life. It's not their life.
Go back to the person that you were when you started this whole RV thing in the first place. Go back to where you had no fear of doing that and do it again.
I barely remember not having any fears. Honestly,
well,
I don't
back
know.
and remember it.
That's
you
the
have
hard
to
part.
remember, but you don't worry about the fears.
Well, and you've done your due diligence. You've already done what you've needed to as a mom. Your child is in college. She's succeeding. Does she need you every 2 seconds on FaceTime? Absolutely.
Yes. But we love Haley. She's adorable.
I love her, but she can FaceTime you wherever you are in the entire world.
And I told you, when I start making my over $100,000, I'll support you. You can be like you can be dad.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good deal because I'm terrible at the discipline thing.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'm sure that everybody who's watching this video, including the three of you, because I know you're going to watch it back, will be wondering, when are you going to have those gals on again?
Oh, God.
I'm sure I'm going to get the messages.
Part 2, round 2.
All right. So just say thank you, and we're going to end the recording. Ladies.
Thank you. I'm your favorite.
I don't even know what to say. I think that was one of the most extraordinary conversations that I've had with my gals. And just to, wrap things up a little bit, I am the oldest of the siblings. The next in line is in Germany, and she cannot be here because it's 8 hours time difference. Melissa and Nicole and Kimberly were the ones that joined us tonight, and I am so thankful for them. Thank you, ladies, for spending your Friday evening with me and all of my people out here. And we also have a brother. That's a whole different story. And maybe one of these days I will introduce you to him. But if any of you enjoyed this or are interested in seeing me have more conversations with my sisters or anybody else, because I do know a few people that would be, willing to be tricked to coming on here and interviewing with me. It's not so much an interview as much as it is just a chat. But if you like that kind of thing and you like the style, then let me know in the comments. And if anyone is interested in maybe even coming on here with me and doing a chat, I would love to talk about that. So also let me know. I'll leave my email in the description below. And I don't know, for all the fun things, RV life, interior design, mindset, just my thoughts, random conversations like this, then definitely subscribe and follow me, whatever the case may be. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining. See ya.